Let's let numero uno pick. Do we do the Sam Cedar one or the Patrick Bet-David one? Patrick Bet-David is a fucking shyster too. Like Patrick Bet-David is, I've been watching more and more stuff, both him doing stuff and people talking about him. Patrick Bet-David is, first of all, he sounds like a guy, he sounds like your uncle who just listened to conservative talk radio and repeated the talking points. Like he's not very deep. But then also they were talking about his life insurance business that he runs. And it's basically like he gets people to pay him to like sell annuities. And then like most of his money comes from the money he takes from people to use his company to sell annuities and shit. Like it's a weird fucking, it's not a Ponzi scheme, but it's like a weird pay to play thing where he's like at the top of the, can't call it a pyramid. He's at the top of the mountain and everyone else is trying to climb the mountain, but they have to pay him first to climb the mountain. And they got to sell. It's a really fucked up business that he's got. Numero uno with $1 says, I was expecting, well, we didn't have any shows on Friday. Numero uno with $1 says, which one you think I'm picking, Einstein? I'm going to say the Cedar one. He says, take a close look at those thumbnails, Four Eyes. Oh, the one with Redbar in it. Okay. The one with Redbar. Numero uno, I can't keep track of all your donos here. You're at 41 now. Thank you. They're coming in hot and heavy. Thank you, guys. About $50 left in tonight's goal. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Let's check out a little Tim Pool. So he's pissed. What the fuck is Redbar doing watching Sam Cedar? Redbar's not a political guy, but okay.
To formally apologize to Sam Cedar. Sam, I'm so sorry for hurting your channel. And it's rough. It's rough. But I want you to know that I sincerely mean this. That because I was sick for the past 3 weeks and you didn't have any videos to make, your views are down and your subscriber count is down. And it's all true. It's all true. He's down 5 million views for August because I was out for 3 weeks. He didn't make a single video about me for 4 weeks because I wasn't here. And without me here, he just couldn't do it, could he? What up, loser? Well,
this is kind of a look at the real Tim Pool. This is getting to see behind the curtain. The reason, like, look, if you want to mock a guy because all he does is talk about you and without you, he couldn't exist. There's a time and a place to do that. You can cut a wrestling promo and you can be that. If you're like a morning zoo hack fucking morning show guy like me, if you're a clown. But if you're trying to be like, oh, I go to secret Israel meetings and I go to the White House and I do this and I do that, you can't stoop to that level. You can't be like sorry, your views are down. It's because I was off for 3 weeks. I think it's because Sam Cedar, his show goes in like peaks and valleys. I was watching a video today where someone went through the numbers and they're like, no, Sam Cedar went down 7 million views 1 month and you had nothing to do with you. And like all of Sam Cedar's biggest videos have nothing to do with Tim Pool. And it's just like, you can tell when people are doing this because they're gloating. And you can tell when somebody's doing this because it's personal. And with Tim Pool, he cannot shake the fact that people feel like Sam Cedar crushed him on his own show. And Sam Cedar is kind of a smarmy, whiny, liberal guy. But here's the deal. Tim Pool, what Sam Cedar exposed in that interview with Tim Pool is that Tim's not a real conservative. Tim's grifting. He pulled the mask off Tim Pool like someone pulled the beanie off his head. So, I mean, there's shows out there that owe their entire existence to me, but like, I don't keep track of their stats. I don't watch their shit. I don't look at their channel. I don't do any of that because I'm secure in the show I do. And I'll just kind of poke fun here once in there. I'll go like, haha, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't have shit. I'm a draw. And I'll do that and I'll be shitty and I'll smile about it. But Tim Pool can't say that Sam Seder, who I think has been on the air much longer than Tim Pool has, you can't just go like, oh yeah, I've been checking your channel and I've been looking at this and it's like, that's kind of a cell phone. That's a cell phone, Tim. That's a bit of a cell phone you just did there, because you're going, I'm watching Sam Seder constantly. I'm monitoring his stats constantly. That's kind of bitch behavior, and that's kind of an L for you regardless. Also, we all watched the interviews. We know you got your fucking ass spanked by Tim Pool. You're upset. You were the 78-year-old woman on the porch. He was the 13-year-old black kid filming a TikTok. You got smacked in the ass like a little baby, and you're still pissed about it.
Welcome to the first video on the @TimPool channel. Shout out to YouTube for giving me the @TimPool channel, which I never had, but now we do. And
I don't care. Can I skip around? Because he's boring. Like, Tim Pool is supposed to be like, I am a commentator on policy, and I am a policy expert, and I do all these things on politics and this and that. Okay, then you can't have a Howard Stern versus Mancow feud with Sam Seder. You have to pick a lane. And honestly, I would just stick with the political grift if I were him, because I've watched guys like Adam Conover rattle Tim Pool, and Adam Conover's a pushover. Should be Adam Pushover. But Tim's not for the drama shit. You know, you hear him say that. He said it in the Sam Seder interview. He goes, all right, you're just doing drama farming now. You're just doing a drama farming thing. And he wasn't. But now, Tim, what are you doing? I think that Sam Seder interview got to him, and because Tim Pool doesn't need to obsess over Sam Seder. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, Tim Pool is on multiple platforms, and he has a way bigger audience than Sam Seder.
But also Redbar, who made this video and is talking about Sam Seder. I'm going to play the video for you. It's funny. And shout out. Here you go.
I thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, no problem. Thank you.
But what can you do with this information?
I want Tim Pool's name out of your goddamn mouth. You don't. Tim Pool is up here. You are all the way down in the sewers.
Tim Pool doesn't know Redbar's fucking with him, does he? Like Redbar a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, he did a thing about steel toe. And all these anti-steel toe people were pissed because I was yucking it up and playing. I'm like, thanks, Mike. Redbar rules, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, don't you know he's fucking with you? And I'm like, no, I had no idea that Redbar isn't serious about anything. Tim Pool thinks that Redbar is shouting him out. First of all, Redbar is the furthest thing from a conservative. And second of all, when Redbar goes, he's up here and you're down here, Redbar thinks both of you are shit.
Okay. You ever heard anyone say that? Let me guess. Tim Pool's beanie. How wonderful. How thoughtful. Let me guess. You hate Tim Pool. You want to make fun of Tim Pool? I'm going to make fun of you the same way you treat Tim Pool. Okay? Sound good? I am livid at this, man. Let's see how he wraps this up. Let's see how he handles it.
Whether or not it's true is not what matters. Though it does play a role.
Not funny. Don't show me your teeth. I'm getting ideas.
So this is what's
Yeah, Tim, Redbar's fucking with you, dude.
Sam Seder does. Let me just address these clips, right? I mean, if you guys watch...
Wait, why didn't you just play Sam Seder playing the clip of you sounding like a dipshit? Why did you have to put Redbar's commentary in there? Is it because you were a little insecure about Sam's criticism? You do seem to have this weird thing with Sam Seder where he can kind of get to you where nobody else can. I also found it interesting that on the day Alex Stein was coming in to shit on Tim's entire staff about how they talk about Israel and how they cover for Israel, Tim Pool couldn't be bothered. He couldn't be in. Interesting.
Content. You must have a general philosophical understanding, moral philosophy, the philosophical consequences of quantum physics, all very interesting things. I will say that.
That was scripted. He was reading that off a thing. First of all, you can't do that. You can't be like, if you're going to do this, you have to have a philosophical quantum physics, blah, blah, blah. You're either shitting on the guy and we're playing shitting on each other, or you're trying to make this a big political thing. It's just if you try to put your feet in both buckets, you're going to fall over, dude. And you're not really built for either one. Honestly, Tim Pool's on borrowed time. I don't know how he's made it this long. I have a theory that, like, on the left, the David Packmans and the Kyle Kalinskis, and on the right, the Tim Pools of the world and the Patrick Bet Davids, there's dark money behind them. You know, I know Tim Pool took money from the Russians through that Tenet Media deal or whatever, but, like, Tim Pool's got a benefactor. Tim Pool's got a sugar daddy. You know, like, we got Rabbi Smoothie and Numero Uno and Miss Tay and Gray Duckling and all these different people and Steven and Walter and all these guys. Shout outs. But I feel like Tim Pool, it's all AstroTurf. There's something keeping him going.
One thing that I've mentioned over and over and over again in context is that as it pertains to the culture war, it doesn't matter what's true because people believe whatever they want. You can argue with someone day and night that we did land on the moon and that the earth is round, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, by the way, that is a thing that Tim Pool and Patrick Bet David do really well. They take the point you're making and they bring up something completely fucking unrelated that has nothing to do with what you were talking about and act like they just said something profound. It's so retarded. Tim, the culture war. Tim, you don't have an opinion on the culture war. You're a fence-sitting douche. You're doing all of this to grift off of dumb people who holler when you say culture war.
Truth is immaterial to these individuals. Thus, what Sam Cedar does is, because his viewers are low IQ and because Sam knows what he's doing, right?
Oh.
What basically happens is I will make a philosophical point that in the context of a culture war, the truth doesn't matter. People will choose to believe things that are obviously fake because it fits their worldview and they want to believe it. Sam will cut everything out and play a clip of me just saying the truth doesn't matter. It plays a role, but ultimately, and then say, ha, 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 look how dumb he is.
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun to play clips of you sounding like a moron and then going, ha, 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 ha. Like Tim Pool has this ego where he's like, he should have played the brilliant 4 minutes before and then the brilliant 4 minutes after. Yeah, because Tim Pool never puts a clip up of someone out of context and then plays it and rips it to shreds. Tim, that's how this game works. That's the bullshit internet politics game you're in. I've never seen someone do a thing and then bitch harder about having that thing done to him than Tim Pool. Philosophy be damned, I just find him insufferable and hard to watch. God, he's the fucking worst. He's really bad. Numero uno with $1. Thank you very much. He says, Tim Pool is a real angry little boy using Redbar to get clicks while acting like Sam uses Tim for the same. Right. Yeah, don't fucking use Mikey D. Main Vein with $5. Says, late to the show tonight, listen to InfoWars today. Never heard Alex so mad and disappointed. This is why the right never wins. Every time they have power, they go cannibal. The left galvanizes. There's some truth to that. I would agree with that, Main Vein. Thank you for the 5. Numero uno with another $5. Thank you so much. He says, LOL, he thinks Mike is on his side because he's making fun of a guy he hates. What a retard. Numero uno with another $2 says, will Sam just do a quick YouTube search for Redbar Tim Pool and scroll through the various videos shitting on him? Sam is about to be on the obeyment list. Uh-oh.